Ground and Pound. Hey, say what you want about our podcast. Say what you want about our subscribers. We got the coolest YouTube intro in the biz, Jordan Harris. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on, my guy? How you doing today?
Man, just ready to talk the fight game. Got a lot of stuff going on. Got a lot of stuff since the last time we've been on. Look, man, it's been a couple weeks. Me and Jordan Harris, we on the grind, bro. We got stuff we want to do. We gambling. We working. We see a lot of people don't notice about us. We're conservative. We got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I can't be out in the streets protesting kings and shit. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. Working again. That's our second job, the podcast, Ground and Pound. So thank y'all for listening to the Ground and Pound podcast. We're back at it again. And listen, man, we don't have too much planned. We just gonna go out here and just talk the fight game. That's what we do. Follow us at Ground and Pound on Twitter. And then look, I ain't gonna have my gambling picks for this pay-per-view coming up. But if you want those picks, come follow me at Crew Matt Ham. I post all my picks. Everything UFC, college football, and NFL related, it is on my Twitter. And come follow me and make some money with me and Jordan Harris. Except we lost some money this week. Been on a roll, but I took the L this week. You know, we've been gambling baseball, deep in the baseball streets. About to hop in them NBA streets tonight, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Just got a lot going on. But anyways, just follow us. Add us on the show. Add, like, subscribe. We got a saying around here. Don't be a motherfucking hoe.
Share the motherfucking show.
Yes, sir, man. Share the show. We don't ask for much. Me and Jordan, we just brand new at this. And trying to start a new podcast, trying to get in the groove, find some time to do this. Because we love the fight game. We like to talk UFC, some boxing. Hey, Paul Hughes and... what's his face? Nurmagomedov fought a couple weeks ago. So we'll talk PFL every now and then. Like we talking bare knuckle. Bring me a good bare knuckle fight. I might talk that shit too. We fight it all. Hey, they're good. If there's a good fight in the back alley, me and Jordan Harris might show up and talk about that fight too. You know what I'm saying? So here we are, back at it again. Don't be a hoe. Share the show. Man, where do we start off, man? Let's just start off with what we saw last, and that was Poetan. Getting a win, and look, I picked Uncle Live to win. Uncle Live, that's what I like to call him. My Uncle Live. I picked him to win, so I took the L on that one. And the truth is, Poetan's just a fucking great. That's just the honest truth. I've seen him lose a couple times since he's been in the UFC, but that don't mean shit because he always comes back and does it again. Regained his title. Called for John Jones. Jordan Clay Harris. What's your reactions, bro?
Yeah, actually, I picked Uncle Live too. I kind of regret doing that now, hindsight looking at it, obviously. But I was thinking about it when he fought Uncle Live the first time. I felt like he wasn't really committed. I've been reading now. His coaches said he was major sick during that camp, the first Uncle Live fight. And so I was looking back at it. I should have picked Poetan to win it because he came out firing at him, like closed the distance on him quick. I mean, it was done in like a minute. And so, I mean, I think he's a bad man. I think if he wants to stay down there, I think he'll be the champ for a while. But I think he's going to go up and fight John Jones at the White House next year.
Yeah, I've seen him and his camp definitely talking about going to heavyweight. And the thing is Poetan's going to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's earned it. He can do whatever he wants to. And I think he's just kind of seeing the end of his career. I think he's just kind of getting toward, not that he ain't great or he's declined or anything. I ain't saying that. I just think Poetan himself is thinking, hey, I don't want to keep cutting weight, and I think he's just going to eat and do what he wants to do and stay at heavyweight, and he calls for John Jones. I think Dana White ain't happy about it. I seen him in a press conference talking about he don't want it to happen. Like, this dude was down there fighting at middleweight, and now we're making a jump all the way to heavyweight. So, but my thing is, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I want him to go fight in the heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He might get mauled. I think he's a good matchup for a lot of heavyweights. I'm just being honest. Like, if he fought Aspinall today, I'll throw $1,000 on Aspinall. I remember in an interview they said Aspinall, if he ever fought Alex Pieta, what he would do, he would sprint and throw and shoot 400 takedowns all the time. But But basically, we're here talking about him, and we get to he calls for John Jones, and I think he's being dead serious.
I gotta
And I think,
call my boy DT real quick. We were texting that night of this fight. Man was cracking me up. He knows his fight game a little bit, but he don't know it like we know it. This man was trying to tell me if Aspinall and Pereira fought. I was like, I don't know. He has the power to knock out Aspinall, but I was like, that's a big weight jump because Aspinall's cutting to 265. This dude was like saying, like, Pereira's big and stuff. I'm like, that dude Pereira's walking around probably like 230, 240. Like, he ain't cutting down. Like, Aspinall probably walking around 300 outside of camp. And I was like, I just feel like he's a big boy. Like, honestly, I think that's why like John Jones don't really want to fight him because I think John's like a big dude, but like compared to Aspinall, like he's small and stuff. So that's why I think if they do the Pereira and John Jones at the White House, I was listening to a guy the other day and I agree with him. I think they'll do it at a catch weight, like 225, because there's going to be no belts on the line because Aspinall is going to be the champ and stuff. So they're just going to do. Because, I mean, they're going to have, like, Conor and Chandler on the card. I mean, I feel like the White House card don't even need, like, titles. It's just going to be a big fight night.
Yeah, I mean, so I think we're both agreed here. I would set it up. You know what I'm saying? Because, in my opinion, this is the biggest fight. I may have seen Joe Rogan or somebody else say this will be the biggest fight in the history of these two at the White House. And I'm just like, set it up, bro. Set it up, man.
Well, that card's going to be stacked. I think, like, people were expecting 300. I mean, it might be some older, like, like Conor and them on there, but I think that card at the White House is probably going to be the most stacked card we've ever seen.
Yeah. Now, I can't wait. If they fight, who do you got?
With John Jones and them, I got to probably go John.
Yeah, same. Hey, and I'm with you. The thing is the truth is John Jones ducked Tom Aspinall. Let's just be honest. Tom Aspinall fights this week. And can't wait to see it. What about the rest of that card? Merab fought.
That was a good fight. It was a real close fight. I have him winning 3-2 on the card. He was taking him down, but he wasn't really holding him down. So I don't know if you could really consider it like a takedown because Corey was getting up. I felt like they fought again. I mean, I think Merab probably would win, but Corey's not a bad contender. Like as far as like who I've seen against Merab, other than like Umar, like he probably gave up the best fight.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Sandhagen, I feel like he's had some tough luck in his career because I've seen him get robbed a couple times. Like I seen him get robbed versus T.J. Dillashaw, and I seen him get robbed against Peter Yan. This dude should have been done fight for the title. It just sucks that he had to fight against Merab, who's he's my bantamweight GOAT. I'm just telling you that now, man. Nobody better than him.
I got to call out my boy DT one more time. He was just talking ill that night. This dude told me, I said, I feel like a good fight for Sandhagen would be Sean O'Malley. He said he thinks Sean O'Malley would rock him. I said, are you serious? I said, I don't know about that.
Listen, man, I've been saying it for I don't even know, months. That's like the best fight at bantamweight to make. I think I was saying that before even Sean O'Malley was the champ. I mean, Corey Sandhagen is kind of flashy too. Like I feel like we've kind of seen him. He's developed his ground game and his grappling. Mm-hmm. Like I saw him fight Rob Font and he just took Rob Font down for 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? If those two stand up and fight, that shit'll be flashy. Like Sean O'Malley can rock Corey Sandhagen, but it ain't just like a given where it's like, oh, he'll knock him out. Like Sandhagen could go in there and fuck him up. Like
I think Sandhagen, if he got him to the ground too, like he even with like Merab, like he's got good like ground defense and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like he's pretty good. Like because Merab, I feel like a lot of times, like even with Umar, and Umar's a good wrestler. Like he was like kind of holding him down for like a little bit, but like Sandhagen was getting up pretty fast.
And I know Umar, he's fighting on this card coming up this weekend. So we're about to see him. I guess the question is, because I want to know what's next for Merab. Umar, he fights this weekend versus Mario Batista, who's a good fighter, 16-2. And I think if Umar wins, they'll give him the title shot again, and it'll be Umar and Merab.
Nah, they already said that card. They already said Merab's fighting in December. He's fighting Peter Yan.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's set.
It's set,
ain't it? That boy Merab gonna be staying active because Umar gonna. But let's just be real. If Umar wins, his next fight will be a title shot.
Yeah.
Even though it's undeserved, he's only got 1 ranked win in the UFC. He's Dagestani and he gets Dana White privilege. Let's agree on that. Because I'm gonna be real. People talk about Dana White privilege. Don't nobody get more Dana White privilege than the Dagestanis. Let's just be honest.
You used to always say that about my boy Islam. You used to always say he gets Dana White privilege.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. Not everybody can beat Bobby Green and then go get a title shot. I love Bobby Green, but that is just totally absurd, man. It's ridiculous. All these guys, and then when they win and become champions, they fight like once a year. They hold up divisions like crazy. Like, I mean, who the heck? I mean, Islam's reign. I'm not trying to hate, but Islam's reign at lightweight is one of the most fraudulent reigns I've ever seen. I'm not saying he's not the best. He's probably the best, but the fights that he gets, I mean, Poirier. I mean, what the fuck? All because just think about this. Poirier got to fight Islam because he knocked out Saint Denis. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy. And then Islam fights Moicano on short notice. Like that's just ridiculous, bro. I'm just being honest. But all right then. Where was I going to next, man? I was talking about Mirab. Was there anything of note on that card from that UFC? I think it was 320. UFC 320. Was there anything else we should bring up?
What was what's the fight right under that one? Do you know? If there was like the third fight.
Oh yeah, Yuri Prochaska knocking out.
Oh yeah. That's the one I want to talk about a little bit. Just a little quick talk about that one. So that fight was crazy. Matt, he gave me the picks. He gave me Yuri, and the first 2 rounds, I was like, this dude's an idiot because Roundtree was beating him up. He was like Yuri was slipping. He couldn't get his footing and stuff. It was like they were even on the commentary. Was like, what's going on with Yuri? He don't look right. Like he looks off. And then third round, smashed. I mean, he just smashed him. Standing bang. That was a good fight though.
Yeah, I mean, Yuri's my guy. Listen, I mean, I'll shout out to my homie Kevin over here. He watches a lot of fights. I mean, every night we are gambling. We're watching baseball. We're watching all this. He don't really. He thinks Yuri's soft. I don't know. He just don't think Yuri's that good. And he's like, oh, he's come down a little bit. And I'm just like, dude, Yuri's only lost to one man, and that dude's name is Poatan. I'm like, this dude's gonna come out here and he's gonna dominate Roundtree. But Roundtree's he's an older fighter, but he's a good fighter. But easy fucking money. Cash it, bro. That's what I do, boy. I come out here, I get my UFC picks and I win money, man. That's what I do. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, let's just say Poatan doesn't he doesn't fight John Jones and he defends his belt. I mean, what's next? I mean, is it Yuri again, part 3? Or, I mean, what are we doing down there?
Yeah, I mean that Yuri wants to fight. I feel like I don't know. It'd be a fun fight. I just don't know if people want to see it 3 times and stuff.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm a Yuri fan, but I don't want to see it. I'm just being honest.
I feel like Ankalaev, like even though he dominated him, I mean they are 1-1.
Yeah. I mean you might have to set up Ankalaev and Yuri.
Yeah, I feel like that's the fight to make really. Just because if Poatan does go up, like just to have somebody that could be like the interim champ, or if Poatan comes back down after he fights at heavyweight.
Yeah, I think I'll move. I think there was 2 fight night cards. That's all right because Charles Oliveira was going to fight Fiziev. Fiziev pulled out, so then it was Charles and Gamrot. Charles with the easy money. I'm not going to talk too much about my guy Charles because this is my opinion of Charles. I still think he's good. I just don't think like he can't fight. He can't beat the best. You know what I'm saying? Like he's never going to be champ again, but he can still hold off those lower ranked guys. So he's still like a top ranked guy. That's kind of my opinion of Charles. Do you agree or disagree with that?
No, I agree. I think it's when he fights like a Touporia or Islam, he struggles, he gets beat. But I still think he could beat some contenders like that are even at the top. Like, I mean, if you set him up against Gaethje, like, I mean, that's a good fight. Like, I'd go either way. I mean, Gamera, I don't think he's like some slouch and stuff. Like, he's good. I mean, we saw him at 300, him and Arman. I mean, that fight was super close. I mean, Arman looked like he was almost choked out before the round luckily ended. So, I mean, I think Charles is a live dog against about anybody except maybe the champ.
So, maybe Charles ain't washed yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's totally washed just yet. But other than that, I mean, Figgy was Davison Figueredo. I'm trying to say it. It's funny because when we talk about all these fights, I never use their full names, man. I'm always saying some nickname or something. But the casuals might not know who the fuck I'm talking about. But Figgy went out there and won for us, and he was a pretty sized underdog. And me and Jordan, we just want to say on behalf of the Ground and Pound podcast, cash it, because that was a 2-0 card that week. And but the next one to talk about, the next card to talk about is this last fight night card, because I got something to say about really DDR and his punk ass. This dude was a pretty sizable favorite, minus like 225, maybe a little more, versus Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen's coming in on short notice and beat his ass to a pulp is what it looks like, because that man DDR done fucking quit on the stool. That man done lost on the stool, bruh. And we put money on him, man. Costed me to parlay. Me and I don't know about what you did, but I won 2 out of the 3 of the plays, and you know we won 3 out of 4 of the fights, but obviously didn't connect on that last part of the 2-leg with DDR's punk ass. I mean, people had DDR after he wins this fight. They're saying, hey, he set him up with cum shot for the title shot, and I'm just like, well, that'll be an easy win for Khamzat, but it'll probably be the next fight anyways. I mean, what in the hell I honestly, I just don't even take DDR serious as of today. Like, you lose to a guy like that on short notice, and you get beat to a pulp, and you're sitting on the stool, and your team throws in the towel. I mean, I saw DC giving his team praise for throwing in the towel. I was like, damn, it was like that. Like, you had to save the man. Like, I just don't even. That dude, he's first of all, DDR has got to be the gayest fighter in the UFC. I'm just being honest. And then you go out there and you quit on the stool. You looking real soft, bro. But I mean, what do you think, man?
Well, first of all, I gotta correct you. It ain't DDR. It's RDR.
My stupid ass. I ain't been up since 3 in the morning, bro.
I said he's this guy with DDP. Man, I said, nah, RDR.
Man, you ain't lying, bro. It's so funny. I haven't typed out RDR on my thing like 35 times until it still came in here and said DDR 60. Well, you're right, though. RDR, gayest fighter, softest fighter. I mean, I think we were giving this guy a little bit too much credit. I mean, he beat Kevin Holland and Bo Nickel. I mean, that ain't all that. But so it's like,
yeah, it was surprising though. Like, I mean, like you said, Brendan Allen was coming in there on short notice. I mean, RDR was a big favorite. I think he was like a minus 200 and something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was big, like favorite. And so, I mean, I was just surprised then to get beat like that and then quit on the stool. And then I saw Khamzat called him out. I mean, that's embarrassing. I mean, this dude RDR before the fight this week, he was talking about he's going to fight for Khamzat for the title like early 2026.
What's crazy is RDR was going to have to fight Anthony Hernandez before Anthony Hernandez had
he would have smacked him.
And it's like Anthony Hernandez would have beat the shit out of him, man. We'd be sitting here. We really would be talking about Anthony Hernandez and Khamzat for the title shot. That's what we'd be talking about. Now, we might be talking that anyways, because I really don't know who's Khamzat's going to fight. So, well, what do we think about Khamzat? What are we doing, bro? I mean, what you doing with him? I don't even know, to be honest.
Yeah, it's probably Fluffy Hernandez.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. I mean, if I was
Brandon, I was trying to think of who else is like in there. There's another like title contender fight. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly who it is.
Yeah, well, I think we're missing Imavov. He might be the.
Yeah, he might be. I think he might be the guy next, maybe.
I mean, regardless, that division's dead until Khamzat retires. There ain't nobody beating that guy.
No, he's gonna be the champion. Shoot, he's talking about going up in weight though.
Yeah, he wants to fight old Alex Pereira, don't he?
Yeah, I think they'll keep him at middleweight for a little bit longer. But I think if he's so dominant, like he'll probably go up to like 205.
You know, he wants to fight Poleton. I'm gonna be real. That dude Poleton ain't taking that fight. He ain't gonna ever do it because he ain't looking down. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude's looking for John Jones.
Shoot, I ain't gonna lie. I think Khamzat might beat Poleton there.
I agree.
I think his like striking, he could like catch him and stuff. But I just feel like Khamzat, man, that dude's something else.
This is a freak, dude. I'm gonna be real. I ain't ever seen a freak like Kamzat. I'm just being real.
I
Like,
mean, that is dominant. Like, I mean, every fight the only fight I ever seen him struggle in was Gilbert Burns, boy. Gilbert Burns, that was a good war right there. Gilbert Burns, it's because he had the good, like, jiu-jitsu to kind of, like, fight off some of the wrestling.
yeah, that was really the fight that kind of had me sort of doubting Kamzat a little bit because it's like, man, you down there struggling with Gilbert Burns, bro. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, now you see it, and it's just like, if it ain't gonna be DDP, it ain't gonna be nobody. He's the only one that's even got a shot, in my opinion, and he ain't even got a shot. I mean, he just got fucking dog walked in there, just balled from. It's just embarrassing. I'm just being that's just that division's done for. That division, there ain't no reason to watch that thing except for the contenders because the champ's gonna stay the champ. And whenever he's fighting in his fights, he's gonna be a heavy favorite in every single fight he fights in. I mean, it'll have to be Peloton for him. I understand why he's looking up. Like, he just wants some big fights, and I don't blame him for it. So, I mean. Rip that division. But hey, on that card, I wanted to say something a little bit about my guy Cheeto Vera. Listen, when it comes to gambling and UFC, I just do not like picking fighters that don't throw a lot. And this dude Cheeto Vera is the definition of that shit, bro. So if everybody, and I like Cheeto Vera, bro. I've watched his fights for years. I've watched tons of his fights. And you know, the thing is he did not deserve no title shot versus Sean O'Malley, and here we are again. He's losing the whole Zahabi over here, and I'm not saying Zahabi ain't a bad fighter. He's a good fighter. He could fight for a title one day, maybe, but the dude's got to go throw some punches, bro. Why do you do that? I just don't understand the way he fights. Like, I was saying this to you on the phone, like, and people really don't. I don't know if people don't believe me or people just don't acknowledge this, but. Dude, Cheeto Vera was for real losing to Dominic Cruz. Like, Dominic Cruz was popping him up. He just caught him with that leg kick and knocked him out. Just lucky as hell, man. But, I mean, you got any comments on that card in general? Not just Cheeto, but anybody on that card?
Nah, that's about it, I think, for that card.
All right, man. Let's move to the big one, bro. Because that's this weekend. I'm going to be watching some fights. And I'm gonna be watching some football and some fights. I guess maybe some baseball too. Heck, maybe a little basketball. There'll be a lot of money on the line on Saturday night this week, Jordan Harris. That's all I know. But look, Aspinall. I ain't got the odds right in front of me, but Aspinall. Last I checked, is a minus 405 favorite to Cyril Gane, and to me, there's just no money to be made on a fight like that. You're gonna have to put him in a parlay. The odds are so messed up, you have to put him in a 3-leg probably. But I mean, do you agree with these odds? I mean, Cyril Gane's the guy who's fought for the title 2 times now, and you know, Aspinall's been a little inactive. I mean, not by his choice because he was really searching for the John Jones fight. But I mean, you agree with those odds? They spot on. I mean, what you thinking?
I mean, they might be a little high, but I mean, I think Aspinall beats him like fair and square. I think. Gane, I was trying to think about him. He's a good fighter, but I feel like it's kind of what you were talking about, like with Charles or like Dustin Poirier when they get into like a title fight thing. Like Gane always kind of like shells up in the title fights and stuff. So I think he's a good fighter, man. He's definitely a top contender, but yeah, I think Aspinall probably knocks him out like round 1, round 2.
The truth is about Cyril Gane, and I don't know if many people know this, but Cyril Gane is what I like to call a baby back bitch. That dude is not big time. I really think Cyril Gane's a great fighter. I just think he shells up in these big fights. Like Francis Ngannou just took him down and laid on him for 5 rounds with a torn ACL, and that to me was unbelievable. I even said Aspinall, I was like, dang, this dude's a heavyweight who's light on his feet. Like, he can punch you, he can get in, and he can get out. I just think he's just is scared. I don't know. I just think he's scared of the big time. Like, and then John Jones went in there and just. I mean, John Jones and Cyril Gane, like, they should have never set that shit up. I'm just being real, because that right there was the most. It was like that. I mean, if you was ever to think the UFC was rigged, I would think that fight would be it. Because that dude Cyril Gane looked like he just lost on purpose. He just laid down, got choked out, and then walked out and cashed his check. So here we are with Aspinall. And what's funny is the truth is about this fight is this fight has a little bit of history to it because when Cyril Gane was at the top of things, Aspinall was calling for a fight with Cyril Gane, and Cyril Gane wouldn't even acknowledge him, was, trying to act like Aspinall's got to do a whole lot to get up there. And now here we are. Cyril Gane needs this Aspinall fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just switched up. So there's a little beef between these two. So I kind of can't wait. But this is my prediction right here: Aspinall KO round 2.
Oh, I agree. Like I said, I will say this one thing about this fight, though. Both of them are super athletic. This might be the most athletic heavyweight fight I've ever seen because, like, Cyril Gane is light on his feet, and Aspinall, he moves fast for a heavyweight.
And now that I'm thinking about Cyril Gane's last fight was Alexander Volkov, and Alexander Volkov, UFC's got a judging problem sometimes because Alexander Volkov clearly won that fight. You want to talk about a robbery, and they gave it to Cyril Gane, so here we are. But I just don't think Cyril Gane's that good for the big time, and I think some of these guys pop him up a little bit. Like, of course you could beat Tua Tagovailoa or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Of course you could beat him. He's short and chubby, and you could wallop him all day. So I don't know. I think Cyril Gane's good, but. Listen, I ain't gonna stay on this fight because I can't even pronounce the names of. But there's a title fight for the women's strawweight, and Mackenzie Dern. I think she's favored. Like it's like minus 175 versus. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Verna Yandiroba. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, I'm gonna be putting money on her because Mackenzie Dern is ass, and I don't think she's even good. And the reason why people even like Mackenzie Dern is because people think she's hot, and that's the only reason she's even getting this little shot right here. The live dog right here from Berna. That's all I gotta say. You got any comment on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel like Mackenzie Dern's one of those. She can win fights, but I feel like when it's like a big fight, she kind of always lose and stuff. Yeah. I almost forgot about this was a title fight at first. I was like, what happened to Weili Zhang? But she's moving up to. She's fighting Valentina.
Yeah, her and Shevchenko are set. I can't remember on what card that is though.
No. It might be that one that is Islam and JDM.
Ooh, man, I'm gonna be real. There's not a lot of women fights that you get excited for, but there's some of them that just really get you going, and you really can't wait for. And that's it, bro. Might be one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most. All right, Umar. We kind of mentioned him earlier. He fights Mario Batista. You think he wins with ease?
Yeah. Did you see the odds on this?
Nah, I didn't, man.
This dude Umar is a minus 800.
Oh, wins with ease. I figured it was. I figured it was gonna be a tough one, but the thing about Umar is he's not like all the Dagestanis. Like a lot of the Dagestani guys, they like to just. Take you to the ground and lay on you. But Umar, he'll stand up and bang with you a little bit. So he'll probably get a knockout this fight, I believe. And if once he does, we'll be looking at him versus Merab because they probably won't make Umar fight for a year and a half, and he'll be ready to get ready for a title shot. And Alexander in this card, we got Alexander Volkov, who I just mentioned, going to be fighting Almeida. I don't know. You got the odds for that one in front of you, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I don't know what you think. You might disagree with me. I got Almeida as a minus 240.
Yeah, he's just going to take Volkov to the ground. I mean, eventually Almeida's going to find somebody that can defend it, and he won't be able to do nothing with it. But Volkov, I think he's just too skinny. I don't think he's going to be that guy. And Volkov's good now. I give Volkov a lot of credit. I've seen him fight a lot of people. He beat Pavlovich. He really beat Cyril Gane. Like he's beat a lot of good fighters, in my opinion. That's how I'm gonna start doing on the Ground and Pound podcast. If I see a true robbery, I'm just gonna not even acknowledge that you lost that fight. I'm just gonna say that he won that fight. He really beat Cyril Gane. His record.
That's what I was kind of saying. I was a little bit surprised that he was that big of an underdog, kind of, just because not that Almeida won't take him down, but Volkov is one of those dudes. I don't think he's a champion, but I feel like fight contenders, like you said, with Gane and stuff. I mean, he can beat a lot of the top dudes, so I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled it off.
Yep, Shevchenko's on the next card with Weili on UFC 322 with Islam. Jack, man, dang, I can't wait for that one. We definitely going to be dropping some episodes. And and some gambling odds for that one right there, man. That's a good card. Sean Brady, Michael Morales, Leon Edwards, Prates, man, sheesh. Oh, Bo Nichols on the card, my boy.
He's down
Can't wait
there,
for
right
that.
there. He's
Yeah, he is. But all right, then. Well, shoot. All right. Well, let's talk about some news, bro. We kind of talked about what we've seen. We talked about this card coming up on this Saturday. And look, I ain't got my gambling on, so go follow me on Crew Matt Ham. Everybody. I have all the UFC gambling picks, all the plays. I always have more on the fight. Basically, I don't place a bet just for the sake of placing bets. Like if I see no bets that I like on the card, I won't place one. But I usually find one or two, and usually on these pay-per-views, they give us enough good fights. There's about 3, 4, 5 plays, or we on this White House card, it might be like how UFC 300 is, where we're betting on every single fight. So that's how we need. We need more of them. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, like in January, because I'll go ahead and talk about it right now. Ilya Touporia, he's fighting in January. It seems like it's pretty set when CBS rolls around, when UFC moves from ESPN Plus and they move to CBS and Paramount and that little new deal they got. It seems like Touporia is on that card and gonna be a headliner. The question is who's he fighting? A lot of people are starting to think Paddy the Baddy is going to do it. I think in truth it'll be Justin Gaethje, but I think there's a lot of rumors going around that Paddy Pimblett's going to be fighting. I mean, even your boy Portnoy, I know you're a Barstool kind of guy. Even he's falling for the propaganda, retweeting shit. So Paddy the Baddy, I just want to know what's your take on this fight, because I don't think it's as clear cut as everybody thinks it is. Touporia versus Paddy, you know what I'm saying? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Patty Mike can grapple with him and stuff. I don't know. Touporia does got some power though. Like as far as like for pound, like I don't know when he knocked Charles out like that too. Because honestly, I thought Touporia was always good, but I was definitely thinking, okay, he beat Volt, but I think Volt's still good, but Volt's kind of on the downhill a little bit. He beat Max Holloway, but Max is good, really good. But I think Max is also one of those. He's kind of like he's not in his prime, but he's not really washed yet. So I was like, well, I mean, he beat 2 guys, and then he did Charles the same way. I was like, good grief, this dude's just knocking people out. I don't know. I think if he touches Patty, it might be night. But, I mean, Patty can grapple and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like Patty, I'll be honest, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's good. But he did beat old Michael Chandler. He's beating Tony Ferguson. Like, I mean, I got to see a little bit better competition. What I think they're going to do personally, I think it's going to be Touporia and Gaethje in January, and then I might be wrong. I think they have a fight set up for this, so it might not be him. But I would do Paddy versus Arman. But I think Arman's fighting Dan Hooker.
Oh yeah, that's set, bro. Oh man,
yeah, which I think Arman beats Dan Hooker.
I do too, but Dan Hooker be surprising the hell out of me. And Dan Hooker's long and tall. If Arman can't get the takedown on him, I mean, Dan.
The bad thing is like one of these guys is gonna get left out. So like, what are you gonna do for him? Because Gaethje pretty much said if he ain't getting the title shot, he's about to retire.
Well, look. In truth, I don't really think Gaethje deserves the title shot, but I don't think Paddy definitely does it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but just go ahead and set up Gaethje. I mean, the reason why I think the UFC kind of owes Gaethje, if I'm just being honest, like he knocked out Poirier with a head kick or whatever, and what did he do? He took that fight with Max Holloway when he really should have had a title fight, and he got knocked out. And then Poirier has fought for the title since then. I think Dana White owes Gaethje. I'm just being honest, man.
So if you do Gaethje and Touporia, who does Paddy? Does he just sit on the sidelines for a little bit? Because I feel like a lot of the top dudes are kind of mate. Unless you want to do this, but I think they're already going. Unless you want to do Paddy and Charles, but I think they're going to do Charles versus Max Holloway though.
I really think they don't want. I just think the UFC is going to try their best to protect Paddy. You know what I'm saying? Like how they protected Sean O'Malley. They really need the Touporia and Paddy fight. You know what I'm saying? Like they have beef. They got real beef. I remember back when I was watching UFC when they had fight night cards over there in England, and them two had gotten in a fight in a hotel or something like that. Mm-hmm. Paddy and Touporia, they go meeting up in hotels and fighting each other, and I didn't even know who Touporia was. I was like, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. You know what I'm saying? And then they call in to fight each other at that damn fight night card. So here we are. We're looking at him at the lightweight. Hey, not only does the UFC need that fight, I need that fight. But I'm just too big into like these people do not deserve title shots. Like you can't give them title shots if they don't deserve it. Like the dude beat Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's a fine fighter, but
He's
the
washed.
the truth is though, if Dana White can give Islam a title shot for beating Bobby Green, you can for damn sure give Paddy a title shot for beating Michael Chandler. That's the truth. A lot of politics in UFC. I'm just being honest.
I think the only reason I think they go with Gaethje is because I think Gaethje does retire next year. But what I think is going to happen with Gaethje is I think, okay, he fights Touporia. I think Touporia beats Gaethje in January. Then I think they're going to try to put Gaethje on the White House card. And I've seen some people saying they're going to put him with a fun matchup on the White House card, like a Dan Hooker or somebody like that. And then that would be Gaethje's probably last fight in the UFC. So, but the thing is, like I said, is with Paddy, are you going to sit him on the sideline? Like I'm trying to think because, like I said, like Armin's got to – that's who I would have probably matched him up with. But like you said, they might be trying to be protective of Paddy. But then at the same time, if you don't get Paddy the title shot, like I said, is he going to sit on the sidelines for 6 months?
It's tough. I really don't know. But my true opinion is I don't really get. I'm not. I don't really know about what they're gonna do with Paddy. But let's just say Paddy and Touporia fought. I will not count Paddy out because in my thing is Paddy's a pretty big 155er in my opinion. Every time he hops into the ring, I'm thinking, God damn, this dude is huge, bro. Like, I mean, he looks way bigger than. I mean, when he fought Michael Chandler, he just like walloped that dude. Like he was way bigger than this dude, bro. And Michael he's a big buff guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I just think all these champions, Touporia is like one or two champions in the UFC that doesn't grapple. Or he does have a grappling game, they say, but I'm just saying like he's really a stand-up striker kind of guy, boxing. A lot of those champions have grappling. Paddy Pimblett can grapple with the best of them, you know. So I just think, you know, if that fight goes long, Paddy gets on the back, I ain't gonna count him out. You know what I'm saying? I might have to look at them odds, take a little gander. If he's a big enough underdog, I might hit up the bookie a little bit. Shout out to a kill. I might hit the bookie up, throw a little 20 on that thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it's a better fight than people think. I know people think Touporia's just gonna lights out everybody, but Charles gets hit, you know what I'm saying? So when Charles got knocked out, it didn't totally surprise me. That dude always gets smacked.
Mm-hmm.
He just got his lights knocked out that time, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's why I think I could see him doing Gaethje though, because with Gaethje, like I think he'll obviously like how like Max knocked him out, he can get knocked out, but he'll stand and bang with Touporia. Like I think they're going to like stand and like trade. So I feel like the UFC might like that.
Man, come on, Dana. Set us up a big card, bro. I'm ready for the move. I'm about to buy my Paramount Plus when I get off this thing, man. Get set up. Get ready.
Cheap, man. It's going to save a lot of money for UFC fans, too.
Man, I am ready, though. I really cannot wait for them to move from ESPN Plus. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of ESPN. I hate you. And I'm just really ready. I'm just really ready for them to move to CBS and Paramount Plus. I'm just being honest. Thank you, Dana. If you ever see this podcast, I appreciate you. All right, man. What's the word now? Any news? I know you want to drop a little Conor. Is there any other news other than Conor that we need to discuss?
Other than I think I mentioned it on the last pod. It sounds like it's getting more serious. It sounds like Ronda Rousey's training.
Good. I just hope she gets the shit beat out of her. I'm just being honest. I can't wait.
I love she's training. I've been seeing like some clips and stuff. Like I feel like she might come back and fight next year.
Well, any concerns with Conor McGregor? Like, are you concerned about him? They say he's suspended or whatever. Yada yada.
I was thinking this. I'm not saying this means anything. I saw he posted 2 weeks ago. He said, "I'll see y'all later. I'm getting off social media." And he said he's gonna have a 6-month training camp. And he said he's getting straight. Hadn't seen the dude post in 2 weeks. Is the dude on a bender? Is the dude actually serious? Like, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know. Conor at this point, I mean, he's getting old. He's coming off a leg break. I've heard people. I listen to my guy Brendan Schaub. Shout out to Brendan Schaub on here. He knows some people inside Conor's camp says Conor doesn't look the same as he did like before the leg break. So, I mean, it's like Matt said, Michael Chandler might go in there and just fuck him up.
Yeah, that was gonna be a tough one. I'm sure Conor will be favored, but Michael Chandler stays training. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
he
do
ain't going.
think if Connor's like on though, like a Michael Chandler is a good fight for him because Michael Chandler, if he tried to wrestle Connor, he would win. But Michael Chandler doesn't fight like that. He fights dumb. He wants to
Yeah.
like stand and bang. And so I feel like with Connor, even though Connor's not a big dude, he's bigger than Michael Chandler as far as like height and like length. And I feel like he can, if he goes to bat his old style, like the karate style, I think he could pick off Michael Chandler.
Hey, if for the White House card or whatever, that dude Chandler for sure will out wrestle. I do believe, like, you know, when they was set to fight a few or last year or whenever it was, I do believe Chandler probably had every intention of taking that dude to the ground and beating him. But if you set them two up on the White House card,
With
they're
Trump's
like
in
main
there, that
event.
dude, he's standing
Trump's
and
there.
banging.
They standing up, bro. They ain't going to the ground. And I can't wait, bro.
I don't know.
And
I'd like to see when they do actually officially make that fight, what the odds are on that one.
yeah, I agree. There's probably some kind of odds out already right now.
I wonder. I feel like Michael Chandler might be a slight favorite.
Yeah, I'd have, and the thing is about Michael Chandler is we know what he's doing. He's training and he's working out. Like he ain't on a bender. He ain't taking shots. You know what I'm saying? We know that for a fact. So I think he probably bust up Conor McGregor a little bit, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. Hopefully Conor's got his mind right. I want to see him back. They say, listen, the reason why me and Jordan didn't bring him up is because they say he's suspended, the USADA, yada, yada. I don't think really any of us care. We just wanted to see him fight whenever it's time in June or July, whenever they set it up. So
I think I told you this, Matt, a long time ago. Like after he broke his leg and stuff, that dude definitely was on the roids. Like when he was in that movie that he got into, like he got big. Like Conor was big. But I don't really care if you're on roids if you're not in competition. Like to me personally, now if you're about to fight, I mean I get it. Like it's not the best and stuff, but from what I was reading, and shout out to Ariel Hawani, I saw he was talking about it. The reason they gave him suspension, he didn't even really piss hot. It was because supposedly they have to USADA or whatever has to come check you every so often, and they couldn't find his location like 2 or 3 times, so they gave him like a 6-month suspension. But it don't even matter. The suspension ends in like March. I mean, he's not fighting until June, so
yeah. And I'm gonna be real. Conor don't care. Dana don't care. We don't care. Let's just set the fight up. I don't even care about USADA at this point. You know what I'm saying? For a fight like that, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're in like, you know, rankings and top 15s and, you know, like I care about if you're doing steroids there, but let's just get Conor. He, you know, as long as he's passing his test, let's just fucking get it set up, bro, and let's just roll with it. But yo, what's up, man? Well, anyway,
my bad. I think I lost you for just a second.
Oh, you good, big dog. Look, we had a little blip at the end, at, you know, minute 42 and a half or something. Me and Jordan had a little blip. It is what it is. But that really brings us down to the end of the things. But you got any more fights talk you want to talk about?
No, not that I can think of right now.
That really does end it. Me and Jordan going to try to get on here at least one a week for your ass. And like I said, follow me at Crewman Hamm. Me and Jordan, we're deep in these gambling streets, bro. Get deep in them. And we give out our UFC picks. We give out, you know, football. We give out our football picks, too. People don't know, but we, you know, I said a couple times, baseball, basketball, here we are. Hey, I've been in them hockey streets. I don't know if you tell me on them hockey bets, have you? I've hit a couple 2 legs lately, so.
I don't think I've taken all the hockey bets.
Yeah, hockey, bro. It's one of them sports that ain't totally rigged. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I need a good week. I had a terrible week. Shout out to the bookie. I had a terrible week.
Love it, though. I love it, man. And I love the fight game. Listen, man, me and Jordan, we both appreciate y'all. Everybody who listens. Look, we brand new, but we just want everybody to listen, come to join us, share the show. I mean, you know, this is what me and Jordan do, and also the other person part of our thing, Craft Man, who we do football with. It's what we do, bro. We talk sports, we gamble, we make money, we build it, we do it again. So you know, the truth is this is what we do. But listen, Don't be a hoe.
Share the motherfucking show.
Share the motherfucking show, man. Listen, man, there ain't that much UFC content that's good out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. Help us build and grow. We the best. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody, thank y'all so much for listening to the Ground and Pound podcast. But with that said, we are out.
Peace.